get this thing rolling. And the Tar Heels ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it back, looking for help. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's out past the 35. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. He's at the touchdown Sooner. Once he got some room, it was over. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Peppers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Lopez to pass. Got his man on the right. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Hardy bounced it off the left upright, but the friendly member bounce, and it's good. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Peppers. Pulled down at the 18. decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And his throw is incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now snagged in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet. And this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
Bring it out. It's Peppers. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And now this offense will take the field again. Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Well,
got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. The running back has it. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Got the first down. Looking for more. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Clark. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trucking on him.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. See what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Lopez wants to fire. Makes the grab. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. To the air on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Line gets set, 1st down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. A little screen to the running back. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Finds space on the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Lopez to pass. Got his man downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Now improvising. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the Tar Heels really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tar Heels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Lopez wants to fire. Buys a little extra time. It's complete to the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. And the Tar Heels want to move quickly. Secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. The play action fake. Plows through the defense. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
The Tar Heels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Fires to the tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on fourth down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world. I'm already down a lot early. I got to make some things happen. This is a situation to get a touchdown. I'm going for it.
Trying to pound their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And And nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff to the single back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
A strike downfield. At midfield, he's got room. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. He now has 111 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
And the Sooners looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to...
Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Lopez to pass. He's got his man across the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal 3 points at the end of the half.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He splits the uprights. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Lopez wants to fire. Buys a little time with his feet. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Unloads to the wideout. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the inside give.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that.
That's a bit of a gut punch for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Leaves it with the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Sooners will punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Makes the catch. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down, get the conversion, move the sticks.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Lopez to pass. Floating away. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Wants to throw it. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Going to swing it on second down. He'll take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
Slings it downfield. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get...
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. They'll bring him down at the 14-yard line, and that return of the interception has this... First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. On the ground, it's Clark. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Takes a handoff, and he's going right. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Makes the grab. It's Washington. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Clark. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And, man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
Punt is on its way. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit. Gonna take a shot. Makes a grab right down the middle. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
The only way they were getting back in this game is if they did that. Great job. Huge explosive play by this offense. We need multiple scores. Got to keep the hammer down, but great job making the explosive.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Clark to fire. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Handoff to the lone back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. Clark wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the eye into it.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
From the gun, the ground game. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see...
He gets a hand on it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
Yeah, and a lot of times in field goal block, you load up one side, they load up the left side, push all the guys backwards, slip through the crack, get their hand up, and get the big block. Nice job.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Clark to fire. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Tar Heels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! And the comeback is on.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
Ready, fight! Here we go!
From the gun to give, looking for room. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The old coaching cliche, go win